Good afternoon, welcome to your 12 o'clock news. I'm your anchor, Spencer Green. College football has been a thrill for all of its fans this year, with the Hawkeyes sending a new school record start to their season. Will standardized testing help you out in the long run? What are some problems with America's colleges? All of this and more will be covered after this short break.
I'm so glad we're studying together, Lindsay. We're going to ace this AP exam.
Who cares?
Did you skip lunch again today?
Of course. How else was I supposed to finish my comp and then have time to study AP with you?
You know how you get when you're hungry. Here, eat a Snickers. Now do you feel like studying?
Thanks, Courtney. I sure needed a Snickers. Let's study now.
Welcome back to Teen News at Noon. Let's start off the afternoon with college football. Devin?
One of the New Year's 6 bowl games this year just happens to be the 102nd annual Rose Bowl, which is held in Pasadena, California. The Rose Bowl this year matches the Pac-12 Conference champion Stanford Cardinal against the Big Ten West Division champion Iowa Hawkeyes. In the final college football playoff rankings, Iowa was ranked 5th, while Stanford was just behind, ranked 6th. Both teams wound up just outside of a playoff berth. Iowa's strength is their running game, led on offense by Jordan Canzeri, LaShawn Daniels Jr., and Akram Wadley. Their defense has not given up a play for more than 37 yards, however. Stanford's Christian McCaffrey carries most of the offensive load in a pass-oriented Pac-12. McCaffrey broke the NCAA record for most all-purpose yards this season. Expect a down-to-the-wire finish for this year's Rose Bowl game.
Even though all of us Iowa fans want to see the Hawkeyes succeed in the Rose Bowl, high school students need to keep in mind that the standardized test dates are just around the corner. For more on standardized testing and the increasing controversy over the focus on them is Bobby.
That's right, Spencer. Each year, high school students take a litany of standardized tests, such as the ACT and ITEDs. However, many feel the time and energy spent on them is a waste. A new study proves that students spend 2.3% of class time preparing and taking tests. Between pre-K and 12th grade, students take on average 112 mandatory tests. These tests do not include classroom quizzes or tests in reading, math, science, or foreign language. In a recent interview, Barack Obama called for capping the classroom time spent on testing to 2%. Learning is about so much more than just filling in the right bubble, Obama stated. So we're going to work with states, school districts, teachers, and parents to make sure we're not obsessing over testing. With Obama on our side, maybe there will be more hope for the future. Spencer?
I could not agree more with President Obama. As a high school student myself, taking standardized tests every year is a bit of a pain. In related news, Renee has more on another major concern for teens, America's colleges.
There are many issues with America's colleges, but what are the biggest problems? Some seen by the Third Way Report are poor graduation rates, faculty incentives, lopsided priorities, and willful blindness. A solution could be repealing the ban on providing salary and government information for particular schools. Would this plan help students stay in college? Should the government restructure federal college loans? Whatever the plan may be, the overall question is, will it continue to stay in place?
While keeping problems with colleges in mind, could the difference between a community college and a four-year college make problems better or worse?
Spencer, that's a good question to consider. Community college can be a large advantage for many students. However, there are many downsides to these colleges as well. The cost of community college is substantially lower than that of a four-year university. The issue with the lower cost of community colleges is the limited curriculum it offers, which is where universities come out on top. Another advantage of community college is smaller class sizes, which lead to more one-on-one attention from the professor. However, this also leads to less involved students outside of the classroom. Few students have plans for the future outside of community college, so they tend to stay reserved and uninvolved in other activities. What it all boils down to is each student needs to decide what is best for him or her.
Students also have to keep in mind that the degree they work towards can transfer to a four-year college, so students can get the benefits of both a community college and a four-year college if they choose. The price of the college, however, could possibly be lowered with the presidential election coming up. More about the election here on Teen News after a brief break.
The pumps made customized to your foot length, size, and width. Reinforced with the strongest fabrics in the sole for built-in strength. Along with added fabric for blister prevention, airflow is increased to feet for minimal smell. Double stitch to sole to prevent ripping, tearing, and holes, which makes for an all-around stronger shoe. Tied together with nylon shoestrings and a Velcro strap to ensure your feet stay in. The pumps, available at a shoe outlet store near you.
Welcome back to Teen News at Noon. Up next is the daily presidential candidate feature with Caleb Weber.
Good afternoon. Today we will review the Republican frontrunner Donald Trump. Donald Trump is one of the most entertaining candidates in the GOP race, but he does have some credibility. He's a multi-billionaire businessman who has strong connections in the private sector. Donald Trump has thus far funded his own campaign, meaning there are no super PACs he must answer to. By far the most outspoken and confident candidate, Donald Trump has led the anti-establishment votes with promises of change and action. On the other hand, much of the time Trump doesn't seem to know his facts. He doesn't seem to understand foreign policy, forgetting and confusing the names of certain Muslim groups. He's used to people agreeing with him, so he may not be prepared to compromise with people that oppose his ideas. Although he has a fortune, he's still gone bankrupt 7 times. He also may not have the needed support from independent voters. According to a university poll, Rubio, Cruz, Carson, and Christie all won in a mock election against Clinton, but Trump lost. That's all for today. I'm Caleb Weber with Teen News at Noon.
It's important to keep each candidate's strengths and weaknesses in mind while voting. Stay tuned throughout the week for more in-depth reviews of the leading Republican candidates. Thank you for tuning in to Teen News at Noon. I'm Spencer Green, signing off.